Welcome everyone, it's Joni at Granny J Clay, and I have made these necklaces, which I did a short video on the other day, and I wanted to show you how I did it. This one actually so far seems to be the favorite of my family anyway, which I was surprised at. I really like the black and the white, so drastic looking, and I love this one too. And this is pretty as well, but it's got the blue rhinestone on it. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I thought I had put a black one on here, but I put a crystal clear one on in the middle. I don't know if you can tell or not. But that's pretty. Can you imagine that up against either a white top or a black top? Either one would be real pretty, or any color, I guess. And this is so pretty. I don't know. I just really like that. And so I'm going to show you what I did, and I'm going to just do it on a smaller piece of clay. I had this scrap clay. So on the bottom is a piece of, it's kind of a lilac, very light color lilac, almost looks pink. And that I rolled out, as you can see, it's thicker. And I rolled that out on a 0, which is my thickest. And then I rolled, I rolled the blue out on a 5. And I wanted to get it even thinner than that. However, my machine was kind of making the clay pucker, so I stopped. So that is on a 5. All right, let's show you how I did this. I have this little stencil, and I thought, well, maybe that would work to do a design, and it did. So let me just pull this down here a little bit, back those up so you can kind of see them there. And I will put this, maybe I'll move this up just a hair here. There we go. And it probably won't cover this whole piece, and that's okay if it doesn't. But I just want to kind of center it a little bit. I'll just center it on here. And then I'm just going to press it down ever so lightly. You want the color on top to be the color you want to show, and the one on the bottom that peeks through. Like for this one, I had the white on the bottom because I wanted white to peek through. And on these, it was pretty much the same because I used the same batch of clay for all 3 of those. And I'm just going to make this one today and hopefully show you how I did that so you have an idea, and maybe if you want to do it, you can do it too. Some years ago, many years ago, I decided I was going to do some carving of clay, and I did, but it was, I don't know, it wasn't very good. I don't know that this is very good. It's just a different technique, and I'll show you what I did. I have these tools, and I bought these at Michael's. And they come in a set. You get several other ones that are more like shaped like this one. But I used this one, and then I bent it out of shape. I don't know if you can tell. I bent it out of shape a little bit and had to push it back in because one side of it, the wire came out. So I'm hoping it's going to work again. But I also have this tool, much bigger. And it's for pottery. It's called Dolan Tools. That might have been how much it cost. I don't remember. But I believe I got this at Michael's as well many years ago. And I started using this one. I really like this one, but I use this one for the smaller areas. So let's see how this goes. The problem with having it too thick on top is you really, really press hard to get down to the next color. And I just wanted to barely scrape and get that off. But it left indentations, and I think that's not a bad idea. It looks really pretty. Once I put resin on it, it was just really, I think it's pretty. So let's see. Anyway, I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. And we'll start on the inside with the smaller ones, and I'm going to start with this tool right here, the round one that I broke. But I'm just going to start with the small ones and see if we can get, sometimes you have to push hard. There we go. There's a little bit showing through. on that one. And as we go, I just try to eliminate the clay. I'm going to move these here and out of the way a little bit. Remove the clay. But you can see you kind of have to press pretty hard. But I just couldn't get it any thinner for today. But I think this will be okay. It'll be pretty. I think it's important to use a stencil that has openings that are somewhat small and more kind of delicate looking, if you're going to make a necklace anyway. Okay, now come up this way, see if it will come up. Sometimes I go back and just push it down a little bit. And some of you may have already done this, and if you know a better technique to it, you tell me. But I think that the thinner you can make your top sheet, the better. And mine is not the thinnest, so I would go to the very thinnest, then you don't have to press so hard to get it up. What I found using this particular tool on the bigger ones is it would slip under the stencil a little bit. So let me just get some of these smaller ones that are up here too. Okay. That one's kind of off the clay. And let's see here. There's another little smaller one. My husband had a little bit more of a tough day yesterday. He has, his left side is bothering him. And that's where the doctor told us that's the side where they took out the prostate. So that particular cut is healing, but it's the one that's been giving him more trouble. So let me see if I can get this too. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now I hit that one pretty low. You see how deep that went? It happens. I think you have to develop a touch for this. I don't know if I developed a touch for this yet or not. And maybe it going all one way instead of going this way and then coming back this way. Maybe just going this way on all of them. Maybe that would work better. I don't know. Okay. Got that one. Get a little bit more off of that one. But you can see how it shows the color pretty. And you can imagine that the top piece being a little bit thinner would be helpful. And I'm just going to show you how I do it with this larger one. I'm just going to try it here. And you know, the touch is really important. Sometimes I just press too hard. And that's right at the end of it, so I don't know. Let's see. Okay, that's all right, I guess. And then sometimes I have cut the stencil. So I have a lot to learn in this, but I just wanted to show you what I was doing. And I'm sure you can conquer this better than I have. But you can see, isn't that pretty? You can see how that would be real pretty. I don't know how this particular one's going to look, but we'll find out. Okay, I'm going to come back over that one very lightly. This one too. No, I got to go the other way because I cut the stencil there a little bit because I pressed a little too hard on that one. Let's see. guess it works on the smaller ones okay too. If I can get my machine to work a little bit better, I'm going to try it on with a thinner piece of clay. And but I think that's going to be not too bad. I'm sure you can see where I could do better, but you get the general idea. And I don't think I think the necklaces turned out nicely. I don't think they were bad. All right, let me just take this off a minute. Okay. And you can kind of see what that did. And what you can actually do, I'm going to bring in my cutter and just decide where I might want to cut it. Get as many of those holes as possible here. You have to make sure with these cutters that have been made out of plastic, the 3D ones, that you press real hard. So that's the same shape as this shape. Well, it's turned differently, but that's the same shape. And then I want to show you something else that is helpful, I think. It's helpful because sometimes you get marks on the clay that you don't want there. And so this is what I'm going to show you how to do. This. I'm going to bring in some 91%, let's see if I can go out a little, oops, this way. 91% alcohol. And what I'm going to do is, I've got an old rag here, and I am just going to put some of this on my old rag, a good amount, maybe even a little bit more than that. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to rub this down a little bit, kind of clean it up a little bit. Sometimes you can even get rid of some lines that you don't want. Okay. Let me just pick this up a little bit. I try to go around it with my finger and smooth it before I bake it or do anything with it. And there's the back of it. And get just a little bit more of the alcohol. I don't know that I would have put these two colors together if I didn't have it for leftover clay. But since I had clay left over, I thought, why not just use it? Maybe somebody would like it eventually. Okay. Clean up the sides. That one is bothering me right there. And let's see here. I don't know if I can bring this back in and get that or not. I might be able to. Just don't want to ruin it. Okay, let's see what happens if I try it. Yeah, that's better. It shows it a little bit more. Now let's come back in again with my alcohol rag. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad. But you get the basic idea of how you can do this. And if you have any stencils at all, I have other ones I can use too. And let's see, maybe I should show you one. Let me see, where did I put those? Oh, I guess I don't have them here. But I did make another one that was a different stencil. That stencil was leaves, And I guess I just don't have that one down here. Okay, now I'm going to bring it down a little bit more and you can see it better. Let's put it in the middle a little bit more. Oops. Okay. There you go. So you can see how that would turn out with black and with white. And once I had finished making the black and white one, then what I did was I took the clay and I just pushed it together. I didn't roll it. I pushed it together. And once I had it all pushed together, I ran it through my pasta machine, and then I made this one. And it just had a whole different look to it. So, you know, and the colors blended more. So I have black and white here, and I have black, gray, and white on here. And I think that's really, really pretty. And then, of course, with the third one, let's see if I can get this up here, the color is muted even more into more of a gray. But I posted that one, well, I posted all of them on Instagram, and I got more comments on this one than any. So it's interesting what people like. But this has a black rhinestone, this has a blue rhinestone, and they all three have sets of earrings. So this one won't have a set of earrings. This will just be this one. But still see some lines. I might want to, that's not too bad. You know, once you get resin on a piece, what a difference. What a difference. And I left the back, I thought the back was pretty. And so I just put plain resin on the back instead of anything sparkly. So that's all I wanted to show you for today. I hope everybody's having a good day. We're supposed to get some bad weather. Actually this evening, I'm hoping not. But we're in the Kansas area, so if you happen to be watching the weather and you see something coming toward Kansas, Kansas City area, I say a prayer for us and for all that are in line. I have relatives in Texas, I have relatives in Nebraska, and all of us are in the line of those storms that could present some tornadoes, I understand. So hopefully not, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I hope you have a blessed day today, and I hope you've enjoyed this very quick, kind of informative little video. God bless you all. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.